Okay, YouTube, back at you again with another piece I just picked up in my collection. This one is called the Invicta Reserve Grand Arsenal in the two-tone yellow gold and silver. Now like all my videos, these are just basically not really reviews, although I will say that all these watches that I've acquired are absolutely beautiful. There's my review. But I like to show off the watch, tell you very little bit about it, really just show you what it looks like on a person. Like I said in all my other videos, a lot of the videos you see online are basically from the sellers kind of spinning the watch around. They're wearing their white gloves, showing it on a pedestal, kind of like what I'm doing now. However, I like to let people know that I'm 163 pounds as of today, and I weigh excuse me, I weigh 163, and I am 5'7", sometimes 5'8", depending on shoes. However, you get the idea. I'm not a really big guy, and these watches always look pretty big on my wrist. I have about a 7-inch wrist, and I always like to show. There's a lot of videos out there on the Venoms, and you can everybody kind of has an idea of how big they are. I'm telling you, folks, this watch, I shouldn't have waited so long to get it. It was on sale on one website, and I saw a guy at my job come through wearing the one with, in the middle, it had the polished stainless and then gunmetal on the side, and these lugs were like a light gray with a silver face. And I was going to hold off on buying another watch. I took one look at it. I said I have to have it. And this time I went with I have a lot of different colors in my collection. I'm a really big fan of two-tone. Actually, I'm a really big fan of everything. But anyway, they make these in a lot of different colors as well. And let me go ahead and show you what it looks like side by side. They say this watch is 56 millimeters wide, and it weighs about 1 pound as well. The Invicta Venom's a little bit heavier. On my wrist, because I have to take out so many links, I don't get to experience the full pound weight because so many links are coming out, but still getting close to a pound. Let me do one more thing too. I'm going to run to the other room real quick. Be right back. I want to grab one other watch to compare it to. Okay, bear with me here. Okay, here I come. Alright, so I wanted to grab this watch. I forgot to show this one because a while back Diesel came out with a watch, and this, prior to buying the Invictus, like I said, I've been collecting for several years now, and I have a lot of really neat watches. However, this was one of my favorites that came out. This is the Diesel SBA, super badass, and this one was about $370. They can go all the way up to about $425 if you get it in Macy's, or you're always better off getting it online. I mean, this has been my go-to watch. After I got this watch, I stopped wearing a lot of the other ones in my collection. It's so big. And let me just go ahead and put this on my wrist as well. And I know you're probably wondering, why is he showing a Diesel? Well, I'm gonna show you in a second here. So this is a massive watch. I believe this is about 63 or 65 millimeters. I mean, huge. I mean, you can just see how large it is. I mean, let me grab a Venom here and I'll just show you. Now, I know in the video it's hard to really tell, but in the Venom, this is just a world-class watch. I mean, ever since getting now that I got the Invicta watches, I don't really even wear the Diesel anymore, but it's still a great watch. Get a side shot. I mean, so like I said, I got desensitized where it's like I used to wear the Jacobs. They were 47 millimeters. Then I got into the Venoms, and I got into all the Invictas now, and all I really wear is Invictus. Sometimes I'll put this on, but it's still a really nice watch. The reason I want to show you is because prior to when I got this watch, this was the biggest watch I've ever seen. Even compared to all the Invictas, it was the biggest watch I think has ever really been made. That's maybe not, something really rare, something you could just kind of, the average person would pick up and buy. This is a fantastic watch. However, I still thought that after getting the Grand Arsenal that this was going to be bigger, and I was mistaken. After I was going to buy another Diesel because they're so big. After getting the Venom, there's really no way I'll buy another Diesel. The Venom is every bit as big. And the crazy thing is it just looks like so much more of a watch. I mean, look at how thick it is, the detail. So I just wanted to show you that in case anybody's on the fence with, really wanting something huge and they don't really care, I guess quite, how intricate it looks. If you're looking at getting into something big, these are the biggest watches I've ever seen. I haven't seen a bigger watch made. I know Diesel came out with one that's even bigger. It's $1,000 and it's all black, and it's like their limited edition daddy watch or super badass watch. But it means leather strap. I'm a metal strap fan. I like the bracelet. But there you go. I mean, the Invicta, the Diesel may measure a little tiny bit bigger because if you looked at on the Invicta, you have such a big crown or a big crown on it. And how they rate this watch is if you go buy a diesel, they're gonna say 63 millimeters. You go buy this Invicta, and this one they make two. This is the Grand Arsenal. So the Arsenal, if you're not looking for something this big, you can get the 47 millimeter and save about $200. And it's the exact same watch, it's just smaller, 47 millimeter. This one here they say is 56 on the website, but it wears like a 63. And what they mean is if you were to measure the bezel, it's about 56. But because the crown is so large and you have these metal crown protectors on the side, the thing does wear like a 63 millimeter watch, and it gives the illusion that it's a lot bigger than it actually is. But let me tell you folks, this watch is gigantic, and I wore this to work the last 3 days, and people, I mean, every time I wear a Venom, at least I get 1 to 2 compliments a day on it. This I got like 9, and it is just an unbelievable watch. Let me just show you side by side compared to the Venom. This one here I'm going to show you is a Venom, Venom 2 of course. I mean, it just dwarfs it. Now the Venom's a great watch, don't get me wrong, these are two of my favorites. Venom 2, a little bit thicker. Venom 2 is 22 millimeters, this is about 20. And let me go ahead and put this on my wrist here. And I have to tell you, I mean, I have 3 Venoms right now, and I'm going to have to pick up a few more of these Grand Arsenals. I mean, look at that. I mean, that is a badass watch. There it is. And you know, the thing is, you have to kind of think about this watch. Is it's so big, it will kind of dig into your wrist a little bit. I personally do not care if my wrist falls off wearing this, because I love this watch so much. This brings so much attention to you, and I like that. I mean, I get off on having a big giant watch on my wrist, and it's kind of a conversation starter, and it's cool. You know, I'm just into it. So there it is, the Grand Arsenal. They make this in, you can get this in different colors. They make it in all silver. The nice thing about the Arsenal is that you have, and it's hard to tell online sometimes, but you have, Invicta does a lot of two-tones. So you have the polishing right here down the middle for the yellow gold. This is kind of like a brushed stainless steel. A lot of contrast in this watch, folks. So there it is. I hope you like my video. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment or send me a message. There it is. A guy who's 5'7", 5'8", 163 pounds. I mean, it's a tank. I mean, it is massive. And I got all kinds. Check out my other videos. I got reviews of every Invicta I have. Some Jacobs, some Breitlings, the Hydromax. I mean, these are just fantastic watches. And I am going to pick up a few more. I probably will continue to pick them up forever. But there's a couple. Another great watch. Check out the Android. Has a couple. The Millipede, and they also have the Parma, which has got black onyx stones, very similar to diamonds. Black mother of pearl face, all polished. It's beautiful. Alright folks, well, keep watching my reviews. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to go ahead and drop me a line. And anybody who has a Venom, you know how big this watch is. I mean, this Venom's getting dwarfed. I mean, it is getting dwarfed by the Grand Arsenal. So there you go folks, thanks for watching.